formerly the largest literary festival in the world. Last year, 500,000 people came into this palace to hear the writers and the poets. And this in a time when people say that the love of literature is dying. We are the proof that that is not the case. There are here to watch us this year 35 festival directors from around the world coming to see how it's done. We've become a sort of leader in this. And there are, of course, now 300 literary festivals that have grown in imitation of us here in Jaipur, ranging from Islamabad and Lahore through Kathmandu, Bhutan to Galle in Sri Lanka. But 300 in South Asia, where 13 years ago there were none.
Last night the city of Wuhan was shut down, right, with 11 million people inside it. And as Adam, like you said, and historians are not, in fact, they're often very bad predictors of the future. But I was asked in December to write something about what I thought the biggest challenges for the 2020s. And I was told, free meal about China, or military confrontation or whatever. And in fact, I wrote about pandemic. And even I mean, it's not a particular thrill, but to see that a city can be quarantined shows that the challenges we face in the future, it's not just about the world of milk and honey coming from Asia and rivalries to open markets. It's about fundamentals of what happens.
Personal definition, as I was saying to Alexandra earlier, of art is it's making something more beautiful than it needs to be. And why I think that this is available to everybody is that history has literally shown that it is. And the great example that I give of that is that I come from Scandinavian Lutheran Protestant farmers in northern Minnesota, the most pleasure-fearing people who have ever lived, the opposite of Italians, the people who are the most suspicious of joy, beauty, and lightness that you will ever encounter, the least frivolous people, the most pragmatic people, and even those people made art, and they made it more beautiful than it needed to be. My grandmother, who was on a Depression-era dairy farm in Minnesota in the 19
I didn't care, 'cause you were perfect, I swear. But somebody told me that it's over, I know it's true.
While no one person can change the world, you remind me every day that one story, one poem, one film can bring us one step closer to the world we want to see. I hope I can tell your story the way you would have wished it to be told. Knowing you, I feel that you would also want your failings to be known. I'm trying to bring out the beauty of an honest and sensitive man with all his warts and blemishes. And that is what makes you human and attainable. Now I must run to the set. Today we are filming Shyam singing Tu Mera Chand Main Teri Chandni. You would like it. With all my love, admiration and respect, happy birthday, yours Nandita.
Across categories, the rise of high-volume non-fiction, the rise of children's publishing, the influx and the sustainability of commercial fiction is growing. It's a wider age group of customers who are paying for books and reading, whether it's free or not. Take Wattpad, for example. There's a lot of reading happening there. Yes, it's free, but at some point the hope is they will convert. At Harper College, we are at that cusp of being an education publisher and a trade publisher. At any given time, about 6 million kids are using a college textbook. There are about 250 million kids who have access to books privately. They're paying for it. They have digital content that they are seeing. There's a lot of innovation that is coming into the digital force, so we try and identify what age group is consuming what kind of data, whether it's ELT, all the literacy, numeracy, and the science, which is crucial. And we have to just constantly keep reading the messages, as it were, and bridge that gap. I think the gap that exists in terms of the next quantum for growth is that there is truckloads of almost 7 billion going into education purchases across age group. And there is maybe 1/4 billion going into entertainment publishing. But this intermittent space, where you have a middle class family of which there's large, the parents might not be readers. They want the best for their child, but they don't have that bridge product. So they don't have, like Tali said at the beginning, they don't have enough bookshelves at home. We don't have enough libraries in India. So it doesn't matter whether a child is borrowing a book, but at least a child is beginning to read. have here, at least, as a consequence of a multilingual society, economic diversity is that either the parent is able to buy the child very good textbooks, I'm going to invest in private publishing, private education for you, and spending most of their revenue there, or they're those who are able to buy an 800 rupee hardback, buy a copy of William Dalrymple or Asking Satyasai and have a good time. What do we do in the interim? Is it a diversity on the price? Is it a diversity of format? Do we have to get them to read more e-books because it's free, you can carry around, you don't need to get a shelf? Do we want you to listen to audiobooks? Those need to happen. And do we have enough data to inform what our next marketing or sales strategy is going to be?
Here for our parents, it's more difficult for us because this generation is very difficult to get them interested in books because there's just so much of stimulus around, and things are moving so fast that we have that kind of time. My father worked in the central government services, so every 2 years we were in a new place, traveled the length and breadth of the country. So you were constantly moving to new schools, and I didn't really have that many friends then. You're kind of finding yourself. So books were my friends, other than my sisters, it was books. So we were used to spending our time with ourselves. And I think when I came here and I got into this profession, none of my family, I'm from nowhere even remotely connected with movies. And so from a very middle class Maharashtrian upbringing, I came into this world which was complete, it was like being on another planet. And I think again in this world where it was very easy to feel the peer pressure to do certain things or not do certain things or to look a certain way. I think books kept me grounded because what I had learned, because my friends were books, what I had learned was that it didn't matter if I didn't have anybody, it was okay to be alone with a book. You don't need to have a lot of people liking you all the time. It's okay to have just 2 people liking you. You don't have to be so popular all the time. And I think I could get that courage because I was happy to retreat in